A grenade suddenly landed in the trench. I was scared and dropped to the ground. Yet after a long while, the grenade didn't explode at all. I picked it up and examined it closely. Only then did I realize it was just a snowball. I casually threw the snowball back, but the next second, more snowballs flew toward us. The battlefield, once filled with bullets and artillery fire, became a snowball fight paradise at this moment. Before long, the German troops began to retreat. We climbed out of the trench and found out that the German soldiers had set up a Christmas tree right at the front line boundary. They even took the initiative to invite us to celebrate Christmas together. Listening to the German leader sing affectionately, we gradually let our guard down. We even took out our liquor as gifts. Then everyone sang Christmas carols together. It was as if we all forgot this was a battlefield. Suddenly, a German officer pulled out his pistol. Seeing this, we immediately raised our guns on alert. It turned out the leader only wanted to give his sidearm to the US troops. Our officer not only declined the gift, but also gave a grenade in return. The leader hung the grenade on the Christmas tree, regarding it as a symbol of their friendship. The two sides thus observed a truce for the whole night. The next day, when we went out to patrol, we ran into the German soldiers by chance. They were already fed up with the war. All they wanted was to surrender as soon as possible and go home to reunite with their families. But to avoid implicating their families, they couldn't surrender directly. They needed us to cooperate in staging a fake battle to fire off all the remaining ammunition. The soldiers from both sides reached an agreement. Under the officer's command, we and the German soldiers all raised our rifles, pointing the muzzles at the sky. The next second, both sides pulled the triggers simultaneously. Gunfire rang out one after another until all the magazines were emptied. This ridiculous scene made everyone burst into laughter. If wars could really be like this, so many people wouldn't have to die. Just then, an accident happened. A German soldier was suddenly shot and fell down. The shooter was a new recruit in our unit. He had no idea about our plan at all. He heard the gunfire and rushed over, thinking the two sides had started fighting for real. Our captain hurried forward to stop him, but was shot and knocked down by the German officer. Everything happened in the blink of an eye. Before the two sides could explain themselves, a new round of fierce firefight broke out. With a huge gap in firepower, the German troops were soon completely annihilated. I stood there dumbfounded, staring at the tragic scene in front of me. Just a few minutes ago, everyone was sitting together peacefully. The captain was hit by several bullets and was dying. Before his death, he told me not to reveal the truth, since what had happened couldn't be undone. Don't let the new recruit live in guilt forever. In the end, the higher-ups sent people to the scene. They commended the so-called heroic new recruit, and even transferred him away from the front line, while we, the ones who knew the truth, and were immediately sent to fight in the next battle.
I accidentally cut my finger, but the wound healed instantly. I was very surprised. To test my superpower, I put my hand over the fire, still unharmed. The bully didn't believe I had superpowers, and punched me hard, but I felt no pain at all. So the bully picked up a stick and hit me on the head, but he was the one who got hurt. I was so excited, but he ran away in fear. Later, to get revenge, the bully gathered a group of friends. As soon as I appeared, they stepped hard on the gas, trying to run me over. I tried to escape quickly, but a bike could not run a car. The bullies smiled grimly and drove right over me. Surprisingly, I was still uninjured. The bullies were terrified and fled the scene at once. When the ambulance arrived, everyone was amazed by me. No one could explain what happened with physics. The bullies were punished, and my life returned to normal. One day in class, I picked up the goddess's hair tie, bit off the tag, and the next second we entered an illusion. The farce didn't end until the girls screamed. At this time, I didn't notice at all. That danger was coming. To avenge their leader, the bullies sneaked into my house. They tied the house to a pickup truck with chains, then started the engine. The house collapsed instantly, and gas leaked. My mom tried to escape, but couldn't open the door. Soon the house exploded. When I rushed home, I ran straight into the fire and carried out my mom's body. I roared in anger, vowing to avenge my mom. The next day, the bullies drove by. They laughed happily and provoked me with words. I couldn't stand it anymore. Followed them all the way to the river. While the bullies were swimming, I sneaked behind some of them, picked up a piece of clothing, tore it with my mouth and ate it. Then I used the clothes to strangle their necks tightly. The bully who was swimming suddenly couldn't breathe, as if he was suffocating. As I pulled harder and harder, he gradually stopped struggling. When his friends noticed something was wrong and pulled him out, the bully was already dead. This was just the beginning. Later in chemistry class, I deliberately provoked a bully. To anger him, the bully angrily splashed concentrated sulfuric acid at me. To everyone's surprise, I was unharmed. Instead, the bully's face melted. Now only one remained. I sneaked into the bully's car and took his socks. I ate the socks, then pierced my leg with an electric drill. The bully fell to the ground on the spot. Since then, I completed my revenge.